going to talk or share some ideas with some other people in our school this week. We've been writing those how-to books, boys and girls, and you know what's going to be really wonderful, Darren, is when we finish them up, we are going to want to share our ideas with other people in the school. And it will be an opportunity for us to show what we've been working on. You guys have been working on how-to books for a really long time. I think you've been working on them for 3 weeks. 3 weeks you've been writing them. And we're in the final stages, Mark, please show me sitting up. We're in the final stages of putting them into Scribble Press. And that is going to be so exciting. So this week we're going to work on Scribble Press. But we want to plan ahead, because we know when we're finished, we're going to want to invite people to come in and see our work. So let's think about who we want to invite and how we want to do that. If you have an idea, raise your hand. So Miss Megan?
Yeah, Miss Megan's kids and Miss Megan. And Miss Bradley. And I had something to say about this. And why should we, when we're gonna write it down, why should we write it down if
We can just invite them.
we should just make a little card?
We could make a card. We could make a card on here. We could
make
make
a
this
big
into a
one?
card. We could fold it up and make it into a card if you guys want to do that. Let's take a couple more ideas. Darren?
I think we should add
Come on, please take a break.
Miss Dutton and Miss Bradley. Mr. Warren's class. The 8th grade class.
Okay. So grade 3, grade 5, grade 8, Miss Bradley, Miss Heidi and I, which will be there anyways. And you're also thinking about your mom and dad. Okay, good ideas. Chloe, let's track Chloe. Ruthie, I can tell you're listening to what she's saying and thinking about what she's saying. Take your hand off your face. Go ahead. Miss Pagano, grade 2, okay. Adrian?
Maybe some people from college.
We have all those volunteers that come from the manual college. Josiah, what were you thinking? So while we're talking, boys and girls, Josiah, is it alright if I come back to you in a minute? So while Josiah is thinking, it sounds like we want to invite a lot of people. Do you think it might make sense to make like a big open invitation to the whole Mission Grammar community?
Yeah.
And then we'll just say when our sharing is, and if classes can come, or if adults can come. That's good thinking. We usually tell them a time because we want them to be there at the right time. Good. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if you think we're going to write, or we're going to write to the Mission Grammar community. Is that a good idea? Do you think so? To write to the whole Mission Grammar community to invite them. What we're going to do for this sharing now is going to be just our Mission Grammar community. Because if their teacher is able to bring them at that time, then we can plan for that. That would be great. So let's get started. Ruthie, you were talking about things we needed to have. We needed to say the time, and we needed to invite them. Now, what kind of writing do we want to do? Do you want to do a letter? Do you want to make a card? Jamie, please track me. Do we want to just kind of make almost like a poster, sort of telling the important details? I want you to turn to your talk partner and get your brain going and think about, well, what might I want to write? What should the class write? Should we write a letter, a list, a poster, a card? Turn to your talk partner. So Thomas and Josiah, Ruth and Sophia, Ruth and Sophia, Darren and Chloe, Jamie and Adrian, and you and me. You and Miriam together. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. We may talk. Brainstorm. So what kind of list do you want to make? So Jamie and Adrian, you should be talking about what you think you want to write. What do you think? When you're ready, put your hand up.
Or high school.
Checking that sign. Crisscross applesauce on your bottoms. Everyone's ready. Great, Adrian, check that sign. Alex, what were you saying to me?
Poster.
You think a poster? Tell us why you think a poster is a good idea.
Because it has
Okay, Alex, that's really good thinking. Alex was telling us why he thinks we should write a poster. Now, did you all hear what Alex said?
Yes, posters.
Sophia, why did he say poster?
Because if you just have one piece of paper, then how is everybody gonna know what is about that?
Explain more about your thinking.
Because posters, like, they are a lot to make, but if you don't use posters, then nobody will know the time and no one will see the pictures.
Okay, so you're thinking we could include pictures. And Alex said you can write more ideas, is what Alex was saying. So it sounds like you agree with him. What's another idea? Thomas.
We wanted posters.
You want a poster too? Can I make a check mark there so I can track your thinking also? So we have a couple people that wanted a poster, Ruthie?
Well, we could write, we couldn't write it. We could write it, but there's one teeny problem. If you only make one, we're going to have to make one for the people that we want to come here, and we don't have much of a big classroom. And,
She's got a good idea. Keep going.
And we have to make, and we're gonna have to do a lot of work because we can't only make one because if we hang it up there, and the people that only come around here will only know, and the people that we want to come here, like the people that we else want to come here can't because we didn't make one. So in their buildings, so they can understand. And
So
the first thing we have to do
what do you think a solution could be to that problem? Ruth is saying, if we make a poster that, boys and girls, I can tell you're thinking about what I'm saying when you're looking at my eyes.
and I have one more thing.
Ruthie said if we make a poster, we're going to need to make sure that more than one group of people see it. So Ruthie's kind of telling us an important problem, that if we only have one copy of the poster, not everyone's going to get to see it. So what do you think is a good solution? What's a good solution to that? Why don't you give us some time to think about a solution?
Okay.
What could we do?
Make a card.
Make a card?
Oh, yeah, but how are we going to make it into the whole school in one day? We're going to need more time than that.
Could we take the poster and bring it to a couple of different places? Almost like we could make a poster on here and then bring it to each grade. What do you think? Let's track Jamie. She's got an idea.
We can make one poster and then we can put it right into a copy machine to make a few more copies.
We could make a
And
copy.
then put
Okay.
it in different places.
All right, so I'm going to write make copies. That's a good idea. You know what else? I heard from, I know that Mrs. Heike did this at the beginning of the year. We did interactive writing to invite our families somewhere, and then we took a picture of it with the iPad, and then we made copies. You're right. So that's a good idea too. We're going to move on to making our poster. It sounds like we have a good idea. Does everyone think a poster is a good place for us to start? Give us a thumbs up if you think a poster is a good place to start. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, you count. You said 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then Ruth, you said yourself a question. What question can we answer for you?
On the iPad, how can we Print it out because where does it come out on the iPad?
Oh, you send it to a printer. I can take care of that. I can help you with that. Okay, let's get writing because we want to get this down in time to share with our classmates, or excuse me, with our community members. So we're gonna make a poster, it sounds like. And what do we want to say on our poster?
We should say.
What do we want to say? What do we want to tell them? We said we have to have what?
The time.
Okay, Alex, you said the time. I'm gonna make a line here. Is that enough space for you to see?
Yeah.
So we need to have the time.
I said that.
What else do we need to have?
The date.
Raise your hand if you have an idea, please. Date. What else, Darren?
We might need the month. The month and the month.
Month.
The month, like February.
Yep.
Month.
You know what?
And I think we should tell joining the captures will wear art.
Where your classes?
Where the class.
So where? Can I say where?
I don't think I'm school.
Well, we're probably gonna host it here in our classroom.
We're gonna stay
We're
inside.
probably gonna have to write something like "you're invited," or we're gonna have to explain what it is, right?
Oh.
Explain what they're invited to. Does that make sense? So we have to explain the event. So explain
The event. At 2 p.m.
the event. Now,
How about
boys and girls, I'm gonna give you the time because we've scheduled it in our week so far. So the time will be 1:30, and it's on Friday afternoon. Friday is the first day of March this Friday, so I'm gonna write 3/1/13, and then where? Where are we having it? Sophia,
I'm gonna like
where did we talk about having it? In the classroom? Would that make sense? So we could set up and things like that? Okay. And then we're going to explain the event. Let's come up with one sentence to describe our event. What's one sentence to describe our event?
You're invited.
Darren?
You're invited to our writing workshop.
Sharing? Or?
Work. Work. And we did on our iPad.
So you're invited to see our writers workshop work
and
on our iPads. Sophia?
And when we're done making our books and we're done making words with our books, can we read them?
Yeah, that's the idea. We're going to read them tonight.
How about the whole?
Get started, all right? Let's put where should we put our first sentence that's explaining what they're invited to? Right at the top here?
No. I think we should write all the way to the top.
Oh, on the top. So you want to start with you're invited? Okay. So let's start with your.
It's easy.
How do we spell your? Ayana, do you want to help with the beginning? Make a nice big Y here. Good job. All the way down. All the way down. Good job. And then write you. You know what? Let's keep this O right here. And then you. All the way down here. No, we're doing it right here. Good job. Good. We're going to write the word, we could write your, we could write you are, because those two words mean the same thing when they're put together for your. Let's write you are. So I'm going to put a space here, and then I'm going to write are, and I'm going to tape over that other little you there. You are invited. Invited. There's a word at the beginning that I know we know how to spell. Or there's a word that sort of makes the beginning of that word. Invited. Thomas, do you know what it is? Invited? The in, yeah. How do we spell in? just asking you a question. He said, are we doing a big I or a little I? That's great. So lowercase I in. Good job. And do you know what that next letter might be? Invited. Like V. Like V. Very. Very.
V.
You're right.
Like my mom. Like my auntie.
Excellent. Thank you, Thomas. Give Thomas and Ayana a raise the roots. Invited to what? What are we invited to? You're invited to. Ruthie, come on up and write the high frequency word to. Make a space and write. You know, lowercase. Good for you. Why is it lowercase? Go ahead. Correct. Keep going. You're invited to, and when you've got these letters here, this is another lowercase, you want to be in line with it. Can you go all the way up to the line with your 2? All the way up, yep, stop. And then make that, cross that T there, and then bring your O around also, up to that line. Good job. You're invited to, and what are we invited to? Darren, what did we say? Have a seat. Oh, we'll do it after. Go ahead, Darren. What are we invited to? What are they invited to?
You're invited to our writing workshop.
Okay.
Books that we read in high school.
You're invited to our writer's workshop to see our books on our iPads. And you're invited to our writer's workshop. And writer's workshop, let's see, if there's a spot in the middle where we can figure out how to spell writer's workshop. Oh, Alex, have a seat. Ruth, have a seat. Darren, you see it? Bring it on over.
It's on all of us folders.
How? It's on your folder. Excellent. So bring it over. Great job. I see the word writers. Josiah, where do you see the word writers there? Good for you. Can you write writers over there? And because this is the name of our workshop, it's going to be capital letter. All the way to the top. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket.
Ticket? What ticket? You're going to the mall?
Good job, Josiah. And then W and R work together to make one sound. Yep. Good job. And I'm going to keep writing. Good for you. Writers.
If you have no money, then
I had a ticket to go to
Workshop.
to open my door in Florida.
You are invited to our writers workshop.
Up there.
books
Do you want to say
how to text. Writer's workshop how to text.
how about our writers workshop sharing
How to text.
So sharing starts with a sh sound. Sharing. Sharing of our how to text. I'm going to play a chat. Ayana, how to text. Is there a spot in there we can look at how to text? What does it say?
How to.
Okay, great. So can you write how to? And how to is going to be capitalized. Yep, capitalized. Good H. All the way down to the big H, all the way down to the second line. Good.
Ouch.
I like staying.
How?
That's a deal.
Good for you. Oh, this is a lowercase w, so we're just going to go only to this line. That's fine, I'll fix it. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. to,
Wow,
thank you.
that's a big
How to text. Text, Sophia. Hi, smile. Text. Oh, where did that go? Good girl.
I see the word text.
Good job. How to text. Great. And is it a text or texts? Because we have more than one. Everybody has one. So it's an S. We're going to add an S to make that plural. Good for you. You are invited to our writers workshop sharing of our how to text. Great. I'm going to put a period because that's the end of the sentence. And then we are going to give them the information. We're going to say the time, the date, and where. And Ruthie was suggesting that we make little hearts for each one. What do we think about that idea? Okay. I'll make the heart here. I'm going to make a little indent.
Heart 1.
And what's our first heart going to be, Darren? How about the date, the time, or the place? Which one?
I think
The date and the time.
Darren, what do you think?
the time.
Okay. We said at 1:30?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the month.
All right. Thomas, can you write 1:30 there?
And the date.
Just like this?
The date.
1:30?
And where.
1:30 p.m. Okay, write it down, Thomas. Make it 1. And then make a colon. Dot, dot. And then we're going to make a 3. Touch all 3 of those lines. And a 0. 1:30. Can you write P, M, right here? P. Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me help you hold that. P, M. What does PM mean?
P.M.
In the afternoon?
31.
All right, have a seat, Thomas. Thank you. Raise the roof for Thomas. We've got another heart here. Oh, raise the roof for Thomas. Good job, good job. All right, 1:30 p.m. And what else are we going to say? So, what is the date that we're having this event? Franciel. March 1st, so we can write 3. Go touch all 3 lines. Start up here. And then a slash. 1. Make that a 1. Slash again. And then it's what year is this? 2013, so we just write 13. 1.
And 3.
And then a 3. Yep, touch the top. I noticed that Franciel was really trying to make his 3s touch all 3 lines. Good for you. Raise the roof for Franciel. And then we're going to write our next part, which will be where? Where will it be? Alex. Okay, can you write Miss O'Heggie?
For the campus school can find us.
I noticed that Alex is touching all 3 lines when he's doing his capitals. Good for you, Alex. Miss, great, make a space and write O'Heggie, a big capital O, because that's her name. Ruthie, are you listening? Okay. Are we ready to read this out loud now? Smile, are we ready? You ready? I noticed that Alex is using information from the board to remember how to spell Miss O'Haggie's name. That's wonderful. And he's also probably thinking about if those letters make sense. Good for you. Miss O'Haggie's. You're right.
O-O-M.
It's O-O-M-R.
Is that a double O?
Yeah.
Good noticing.
Just
Miss
like
O'Haggie's
school.
room.
We should put it on our board.
Okay. And it says Miss O'Haggie room. Should we write Miss O'Haggie's room? So I'm going to put an apostrophe S because this room belongs
Just like
to Miss O'Haggie. All right. And then we're going to make our closing love.
Love
Love 1B. Awesome. So, what are some things we were thinking about? I noticed that you did a really good job. This is the first poster we made. You thought about the important information that needed to be on the poster, and you did a really good job planning what kind of poster to make. So good for you.